Back here on Saturday night.
Live from Augusta with a First Alert weather update.
Thanks for joining us tonight on News 12 at 11. I'm Zaina Halliburton. We have a first alert in effect today, continuing into tomorrow. Your first alert meteorologist, Emily Acton, joining us now. Emily, you've been busy today tracking storms moving across our area. What are some of our counties seeing right now?
Well, most of us are dry at the moment, but we do have some heavy thunderstorms just outside of our area that is approaching our most northern county. So that's going to be the story throughout the rest of the evening. Again, those off and on thunderstorms, but tomorrow we do have that first alert in effect. Again, we're tracking that chance for strong to severe thunderstorms. Main threat is going to be strong straight line winds and hail. Flash flooding is going to be possible. But here's what we're tracking at the moment, kind of moving through Wilkes County, Lincoln County, even up into McCormick, some heavy rainfall, but we just have some just outside our viewing area. And the good news is the northernmost storms are really starting to weaken, so I'm hopeful these southern storms will start to weaken as well as it approaches a little bit closer to us here in the city of Augusta. So that's what we're dealing with at the moment. Saw a very active afternoon, several severe thunderstorm warnings, but thankfully things are calming down a little bit. A lot of rainfall, anywhere from 1 to close to 3 inches, picking up on our radar estimated rainfall totals. And so hopefully it'll have enough time, the soil will have enough time to soak up any of this moisture overnight tonight and throughout the morning tomorrow before we get even more rainfall. But I'll have a check on what all we can expect tomorrow and a look at your weekend forecast coming up.
As the first alert continues into tomorrow, you should take out your phone and scan this code on your screen to stay weather aware. It'll allow you to download the News 12 First Alert weather app. You can customize the alert so you only get the ones that matter to you. As back-to-school shopping starts, the Salvation Army of Augusta is working to meet the needs of unhoused children needing school supplies. It's a growing problem, and community members are finding solutions to address the need. Less than 100 kids under the age of 18 were said to be homeless last year. That's according to Richmond County's homeless count, known as the point-in-time count. But this year, that number went up to 395. Officials say the impact of Hurricane Helene and other factors could be the reason behind the rise. Your Kennedy Payne is live in studio tonight. And Kennedy, you went to the Salvation Army to see how they're working to help those children. What did they have to say as the school year approaches?
Well, the Salvation Army says the number of children staying in their shelters also growing, and with school just around the corner, kids need help now. So they're asking the community to step in so no child has to start the school year empty-handed. Back-to-school shopping is a ritual for many families, but for some, it's back to challenges.
At the Salvation Army, we want to make sure that the children who are staying with us are always prepared for whatever situation that is, and we never want something as small as school supplies to be a barrier for them.
The Salvation Army is seeing more families in crisis.
At any given time, there's at least 14 children staying with us. This time of year, we're actually seeing a big uptick in that. Unfortunately, we're maxing out at capacity for our family shelter.
So at Farmhouse Burgers, a donation barrel greets guests when they walk in. A small bin with a big purpose.
We love to partner with the Salvation Army, and back to school is such a stressful time for families, so doing whatever we can to help make it easier, just ease some stress on those families who are preparing to go back to school.
And that's not the only place to give back.
Those donations can be dropped off at any of our locations. We do also have an online wish list on Amazon. We're already seeing people shop online, which is great.
And even though the drive runs through this month, the need doesn't stop when the first bell rings.
If you find yourself 6 months from now clearing out your office and you have school supplies, we always welcome donations. We always have new kids coming into the shelter, so we like to make sure that children are always prepared.
And Brianna Newton says even though they're just getting started, they hope to have a full bin by the end of the month.
We haven't collected a bunch, so we're really looking to get the community out to donate those supplies.
Because every child deserves to start school with confidence, and when a community shows up, kids can too. So if you're out shopping for school supplies and you're able, they say consider picking up a few extra to donate, because they say it could be the difference of kids starting school feeling ready or left behind.
And like we mentioned earlier, there are so many kids in need. Thank you, Kennedy, for that. On your screen now is a wish list from the Salvation Army and to other local school drives on our website as well. You can see that list on wrdw.com, and we have this information as well if you would like to help out. New tonight, we're hearing from a man about the scary moment. Shots rang out in Sandy Lane in Saluda County. New tonight in Aiken County. County band teacher has been arrested and charged with at least 5 counts of sexual exploitation of a minor. 34-year-old Michael Poda was arrested today. School district officials told us Poda was the band teacher at Schofield Middle School for the last 2 years. Officials say after learning of his arrest, Poda was placed on administrative leave. New in the last few hours, the South Carolina Highway Patrol is investigating a crash involving a tractor trailer and at least one other car on I-20 westbound. That crash blocked lanes for a few hours this evening. When our crew got near mile marker 8, the right lane was back open. We're working to learn about any injuries from the crash. Rescue workers in Texas continue to search for the more than 170 people who remain missing following the deadly weekend flash floods. Search teams were at Camp Mystic today as 5 campers remain missing. Karen Hua has more.
In Kerr County, Texas, search teams combed through the grounds of Camp Mystic on Wednesday. Campers' belongings and a broken sign reading "Jesus wept" stretched out on the campgrounds. More than 24 girls and counselors were killed in the 4th of July flash floods. 5 campers and a counselor are still missing. In Washington, Senator Ted Cruz talked about his visit to Camp Mystic earlier this week.
There's one cabin, the cabin where the youngest girls were in, called Bumble Inn. The water blew out the windows in that cabin and swept all of the girls and the counselors out. Every girl in that cabin is either confirmed dead or missing.
Elsewhere in Texas, cleanup efforts continue, including in Georgetown.
I just lost everything in my big trailer. It's a voltage. I think it's a 24-inch trailer. Lost everything in it.
At least 120 people have been confirmed dead, and more than 170 remain missing across the state. Now, rescue workers say a key challenge in the search is sifting through miles of land and water.
We are finding vehicles and RVs deep inside the debris that you can't even see from the outside.
At every press conference in Kerr County since Friday, reporters continue to press officials about whether emergency alerts were sent in time for people to evacuate.
Those questions are going to be answered. I believe those questions need to be answered to the family of the missed loved ones, to the public.
For now, search efforts continue. Officials say they will not rest until all the missing are found. Karen Hua, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
Today, Texas Governor Greg Abbott ordered flags be lowered to half staff throughout the state. The Augusta Training Shop made hearts for people in Texas impacted by the floods. They're a local nonprofit that employs adults with disabilities. Volunteers help put the hearts together while others made cards to go along with it. One board member tells us why she feels the hearts can help the survivors.
You know, I think it says a lot when people know that it's not just affecting them, that everyone's hearts are breaking right now. This is devastating. Our family, extended family, has been affected. My husband and I met on the Guadalupe River, so it's near and dear to me. I have family out in Texas, you know, I think just showing the love and support, no matter where it comes from, is important, and that's what we want to do here.
They're hoping to have the hearts shipped out by Monday. They're looking for more volunteers to make hearts again tomorrow from 10 to 12 if you'd like to help. You have 2 days left to cast an early vote for the Democratic special runoff election for the Georgia Public Service Commission.
Well, we have a first alert in effect for your Thursday, tracking that chance for strong to severe thunderstorms in the afternoon. I'll have a look on timing and severity coming up.
You can find ice-cold refreshment right here at Parker's Kitchen. Cool off with a large fountain or frozen drink for just 79 cents. Only at Parker's Kitchen.
Breaking right now, a shutdown on I-20 is causing
Stay
delays.
connected to the team you trust your way.
We have a safety alert for all you mom and dads out there.
Get breaking news and investigations here on the WRDW News app.
We're tracking strong to severe.
Get instant forecasts with real-time alerts here on the WRDW First Alert Weather app. And stream live on your TV, here or watch anytime on your schedule.
We're covering breaking news out of Augusta.
Download all 3 for free. Stay connected to WRDW wherever you are.
For a fast and easy car buying experience, Visit Gerald Jones Honda. Our team is committed to delivering award-winning customer service. We'll help you find the perfect vehicle that exceeds your expectations. From the sleek Accord to the versatile CRV, every vehicle is built with performance in mind. Plus, our certified technicians deliver dependable and efficient service to keep your vehicle performing at its best. Visit Gerald Jones Honda today or shop online at GeraldJonesHonda.com.
Well, we saw scattered showers and thunderstorms throughout our afternoon and evening, and still a few isolated showers continue for us off and on. Not all of us will see rainfall overnight tonight, but maybe a few claps of thunder cannot be ruled out in some areas, especially if you're in our Georgia counties here in the CSRA. So something we're keeping a close eye on tomorrow. We have a first alert in effect, but our morning is looking good. Pretty mild conditions for us as well, starting off in the low 70s, but we'll warm up into those lower 90s by the afternoon. But tracking, again, heavy showers and thunderstorms, really more widespread, kind of similar to what we saw today for us. But here's a current look at the radar. Again, we're still tracking a few heavy showers and thunderstorms just outside our area that should be moving into the CSRA probably within the next hour or so. But the area that I was kind of, keeping a close eye on, more of our northern counties over in Wilkes, Lincolnton, that really, or Lincoln County, but that really started to weekend. So that's some great news there, but we'll keep a close eye on this storm as it again starts to move closer to us here in the CSRA this evening. Hopefully things will remain quiet for us overnight tonight, but things are looking okay for the city of Augusta right now. Again, there could still be an isolated shower. Start off your morning tomorrow, dry conditions, but a little bit cloudy out there. Have that rain gear with you, because by the time 2-3 p.m. rolls around, we're going to see those showers and thunderstorms start to populate. Not quite as early as what we saw today, but still tracking those showers and thunderstorms. Here's around dinner time tomorrow. Pretty heavy in coverage for us, and most of us will see rain tomorrow. And again, we are under that slight risk. That's a level 2 out of 5 for the chance for strong to severe storms. Friday's looking a little bit better coverage-wise and severity. Things are looking a lot less. So that's some good news for your Friday. But here's what we're dealing with tomorrow. That's why that first alert's in effect. Those strong to severe thunderstorms, strong straight line winds, and heavy rainfall that could lead to flooding. That's going to be our main concerns as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Otherwise, things are going to be a little bit breezy. Wind gusts could be up to 20-25 miles per hour for your Thursday. Friday, we will see, again, those breezy conditions for us. So first alert in effect. Make sure you're staying weather aware as we go throughout our afternoon tomorrow. But good news is our weekend, things are looking a lot better for us.
Okay, that's the good news. Thanks for that, Emily. Coming up, we're hearing from twins and their mother who survived a deadly Texas flooding. One twin was at Camp Mystic, and their mother is a former camper. We'll have their story next.
Trust Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale for your first alert.
Ronnie Player here with
4-7. Browse, compare, and value your trade, all from the comfort of your home. It's no wonder drivers trust us for great deals, great service, and no-nonsense car buying. Visit the Gerald Jones Auto Group today or shop online at GeraldJonesAutoGroup.com.
Come and experience a community engaged in living out God's mission as we encourage and support one another to grow in faith and impact our world for Christ. We welcome you to join us this week on one of our campuses in Augusta, Belvedere, or Grovetown. You can also join us right here on WRDW News 12 at 11 a.m. for Warren, A Way of Life. Visit us anytime online at warren.church for more information. We hope to see you this Sunday.
We're hearing from 14-year-old twins from Waco, Texas, who were caught up in the deadly floods. As Julie Hayes reports, the twins and their mother went to Camp Mystic as a child.
I heard a counselor come into our cabin and say, "Hey, our cabin's flooding. We need help."
Clara, who was staying in the nurse's cabin on higher ground, says that's when she started to realize something was wrong.
I remember her saying, "It's coming in quick. It's coming from the closet."
Later hearing on a walkie-talkie that there were girls on the roofs of their cabin. But it wasn't until the morning when she saw the devastation with her own eyes that the gravity of the situation hit her.
I saw the girls. I mean, there were so many girls crying, throwing up, and I saw blood. And this is whenever I realized, okay, like, this is really something that's happening. And then around then too is whenever I heard helicopters flying around the camp.
Nolan was also in a cabin on higher ground and didn't realize the severity of the flooding until he heard the stories from nearby cabins.
There was this one counselor saying that he had to like get his kids out of the window or something when there was water just rushing in, and there was a kid that was trying to grab all his stuff, and the counselor said, you got to get out of here or else you're going to die. There was another counselor talking about how he woke up and he felt water on him, but he thought it was another counselor pranking him at first. But then he looked outside of his window, and the field that he knew, it was covered in water that he said it looked like an ocean.
At Camp Mystic, Clara and the other girls had to be evacuated by a military vehicle and then a bus. In this viral video, you can actually see Clara singing along with her fellow campers.
We knew that singing would help comfort the other girls, so it was kind of like we just all kind of started singing together, and it really made a difference. There was joy on that bus from the singing.
But as they evacuated, driving past Camp La Junta, she says the one thing on her mind was her twin brother.
After I had seen my brother's campgrounds, I was almost convinced that I would never get to be in the presence of him again. Whenever everyone kept on talking about Mystic and how there were like people missing, people dead, that's when I thought my sister could be one of those people, and I just have to prepare for the worst.
Thankfully, Clara and Nolan were reunited and got to go home with their parents. But their mother, Suzanne Shelton, says their hearts hurt for all the kids who couldn't and the families that didn't get to say goodbye.
You're relieved, but you almost also are overwhelmed with a sense of guilt because you got to bring your two children home and other families weren't as fortunate.
I felt guilty because I was able to stand there and hug my sibling when I could see people around me crying because theirs weren't there.
Oh, that's just so heartbreaking. My heart goes out to everyone in Texas impacted by these floods. So many families still looking for their missing loved one. We have a full link to that interview on our website, wrdw.com, and the News 12 app if you'd like to watch. Still ahead, Augusta's newest soccer team is on the hunt for a permanent field. Straight ahead in sports, hear what they're looking to build. Or where they're looking to build, rather. Before we head to break, here's a live look at Sacramento and your winning lottery numbers.
If you have to ask why it's First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. On your sideline, sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
Having home field advantage in sports is supposed to be a good thing unless you're renting out instead of owning that home. That's a problem that the Augusta soccer team is looking to change. It's been all of 4 months since the Augusta soccer team kicked off their inaugural season, and they're already house hunting.
Honestly, somewhere downtown is ideal. So being as center with the people.
The Panthers spent their entire first season bouncing around Augusta, finding anywhere they could to practice or play. That's because building a team and a stadium from the ground up is far from a free kick.
We're working on maybe making a deal with the city for some pieces of land, or even purchasing a piece of land that we can build slowly out into a fully, hopefully, professional stadium at some point. That's the long-term goal, whether it's 6 to 10 years from now.
Coach McClellan believes a new stadium wouldn't just provide for his team, but also for the city on each player's jersey.
When you support soccer and you look at soccer around the world, the way that the system works is that it supports a city. And so if a city gives to their club, the club naturally gives back.
His desired location for a stadium is near Lake Olmsted, which might take a lot of dribbling, but with a good assist from the city, the Panthers could eventually reach that goal. Now, Coach also tells me that the team has ideas to put training fields across Richmond County that would give more access to the game to Augusta's youth. All right, check this out. You may recall us speaking with Thompson High School's Eric Reynolds at the end of May. Well, now he's heading to Marshall University. The former Bulldog suffered an ankle injury during his junior season playing football, but he bounced back the following year by winning 2 GHSA 2A state titles in the 100 and 200 meter races. Not only that, but his academic success helped him secure a full ride scholarship. Congratulations to Eric. And we're just a few days away from MLB All-Star Weekend in Atlanta. Truist Park getting the honor of hosting for the first time since it was built 8 years ago. Our friends at WANF have more from the Battery.
The Truist Park transition is underway. Crews spent the day setting up for the 95th Major League Baseball All-Star Game to be held in Cobb County.
We have been working for years, literally years, in the planning of this event.
Atlanta Braves President and CEO Derek Schiller said the game on Tuesday night will be streamed to more than 200 countries and bring thousands of tourists to town.
And there's about 100,000 people that will be coming to Atlanta. Represents a community and economic impact of about $50 million. So this is significant for the Braves, it's significant for Cobb County, it's significant for Atlanta and for the state of Georgia.
Cobb County leaders said as many as 100 employees will be on the job during All-Star Week to ensure safety and security for the fans.
Just like we do for a regular season game, a postseason game, we will have staff on site monitoring traffic conditions, making adjustments in real time, as well as traffic control crews that are able to be out, boots on the ground, and make modifications to the roadways as needed.
We have the stadium, we have the Battery, and we have the All-Star Village, and that's the overall footprint. We will have medical providers in unison with Metro Atlanta Ambulance Service and the fire department.
Inside the ballpark, fans will have a one-of-a-kind opportunity to try new Southern-inspired menu items, like the fried green tomato sliders, peach cobbler nachos, or buttermilk fried lobster roll. And outside the ballpark, fans will get to see their favorite players up close.
And on Tuesday, we should highlight that our great players that will play in the game on Tuesday night will parade through the Battery, right on Battery Avenue, into the ballpark with their family and friends as they make their way to the 95th All-Star Game here in Atlanta.
Well, if you're thinking about what to wear tomorrow, make sure you have that rain gear. We have a first alert in effect for showers and thunderstorms that could be severe for the second half of your day. I'll have a final look at your 7-day forecast coming up.
Time and Temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team.
Bojangles just launched the new.
If you or someone you know is living with type 1 diabetes, there's a Barbie doll looking to represent you. The CDC says more than 300,000 kids and teens are living with type 1 diabetes. Mattel unveiled the Barbie doll with type 1 diabetes. Here she is. The doll wears an insulin patch and has a glucose monitor and an insulin pump. The toy maker also revealed one-of-a-kind Barbie in the likeness of British model Lila Moss. She's the daughter of supermodel Kate Moss, who is living with type 1 diabetes.
Barbie doll that looks like me with type 1 diabetes is completely surreal, and I think it's also so amazing that there's now a new type 1 diabetes mainline Barbie doll that people can buy and feel reflected by, and children can play with and see themselves represented in such a iconic Barbie doll.
I love it. Barbie is part of Mattel's campaign to promote inclusion. Last year, Mattel introduced a blind Barbie doll, and in 2023, a Barbie doll with Down syndrome. So many Barbie dolls coming out, and look at this latest one, Emily. I know I loved Barbie dolls growing up. Certainly didn't have this much variety, but I love to see it.
Yeah, me too. Definitely so, especially for just those little girls that are maybe just now getting diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and just kind of seeing a Barbie doll like, hey, she's got it too. And I just think that is got to help a lot of little girls out there. So I think that's very cool. I love that they've done that.
I love it too, and certainly we're going to continue to see more Barbies. And speaking of weather now, Emily, we need to keep our eye to the sky.
Yep, definitely.
Life. Visit wellstar.org/Augusta to learn what more can mean for you. Wellstar, more than healthcare, people care.
Elevate your drive.